Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. Well, you can tell I do have my regular voice back in terms of audio. I'm recording on my microphone right here, professional microphone, I should say. Back home from Charlotte, had a long ordeal going back home from California to Charlotte, so that's why this video is coming out pretty late. So I apologize for that. I'm usually trying to be the guy that's kind of punctual in terms of having predictions out on Tuesday, but it's already a Friday night. So yeah, going to be predicting the game against Tampa Bay. We have some updates on players going to be in and out of the lineup, and it's going to be a fun one. This is probably the biggest game of the week, I would say, for everybody. Two NFC matchups, teams that are really good, both 4 and 1. 49ers are still trying to prove themselves that they can win any way, shape, and form, regardless on who is in and out of the lineup. Tampa Bay, led by Baker Mayfield, they've done a really good job for the past 2 or 3 years. So very impressed by them. They've been a big shocker ever since Tom Brady retired as a Buccaneer and Baker took over. I never thought that they were going to be good at all, but he made it happen, and so far it's happening still. Props to him. He's gotten a lot of people head coaching opportunities like Dave Canales to the Carolina Panthers, Liam Cohn to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and whoever their offensive coordinator is now will probably get a job somewhere else. So Baker is a coach maker, I would say. Some people would say he's a coach killer before in Cleveland and stuff like that, but now he's a coach maker in Tampa. So good for him. Good for him. I'm not the biggest fan of his before, but he's got my respect big time in 2025. Anyways, I'm going to be talking about this matchup. This should be a very physical one. Last year, we ended up winning the game on a last second field goal by Jake Moody, which sounds good by looking at it, but he missed about 2 or 3 field goals in that game, and he really could have cost us that game big time. So, even lucky that we even won that game with Nick Sorensen as our defensive coordinator, which is crazy right there. But now we have Robert Saleh. It should be a way better defense. Some players going to be out for this one. As you all know, Brock Purdy will be out. Mac Jones is starting, even though he is questionable for this game. But, when you hear questionable, he's probably going to be playing in this one. So that's going to be a lot of fun to see him and Kendrick Bourne be the star duo, hopefully like they did against Thursday night in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium, which I was at. It was a lot of fun. If you guys have an opportunity to go to Los Angeles for the 49ers game every year, it's just a ton of fun. I mean, it's in LA, but it's all 49er fans for the most part. I'd say for me, in my opinion, it was about 65-35, maybe 70-30 of 49er fans to Ram fans ratio. I'll take that any day of the week, and it was just a blast to be in that game, a big thriller, and just the bonus points we won the game. It makes it even better. I mean, if it would have lost the game, that would have been one thing, but win the game, especially in overtime on the last play, 4th and 1 stop. What else can you ask for the 49ers, right? Anyways, going back to the game, Ricky Pearsall will be out in this one. That's pretty unfortunate there. Love to see him play for the 49ers this season again. I think he can. I don't know when he's available, but time will tell when he's available. But to be able to have a little week off, Malik Mustafa, defensive back, should be able to come back this week against Tampa. I think he has full participation. That's good news right there to up the defensive backfield. I mean, I'm just really excited for the 49ers for another week. You have the Mac attack along with Kendrick Bourne. Christian McCaffrey still playing out of his mind, in my opinion. It's kind of a weird year because he's having a good year in terms of being able to do other things, but the one thing he's not really doing good, or I should say not getting good blocks on, is the running game, because we have not done really much in the running game, surprisingly, for a Kyle Shanahan offense. I don't know if he really thought that was going to happen, but with all the injuries like Juwan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, those guys, they block a lot. And Kittle also being out. I'm not sure if he's playing this one. I think he's still out. But anyways, those guys being out, the running game is pretty much non-existent because the running game is predicated on those guys on the outside blocking. And if they're not available, then, well, tough luck for the 49ers because you just got to try to run the ball north to south. And I don't know, it doesn't really work like that in Kyle Shanahan's offense. But McCaffrey's been able to contribute big time in the receiving game, which he's been a really good receiver pretty much the whole year for the 49ers. I think he has 3 receiving touchdowns, which is pretty impressive right there, but no rushing touchdowns. Kind of a weird stat, but yeah, I mean, it's still great to see Christian to be able to contribute to the team in a very, very big positive way and to not run the ball as effectively as he's usually known to do, just based on the team and what is going on with the scheme and players not being available personnel. So yeah, I'm really happy for the offense so far. Defensively, as you all know, I always laud about it all year long so far. Robert Saleh, I always say he's been the biggest difference maker in the offseason, player or coach. This guy has really transformed the defense to one of the worst defenses, 29th, 30th in defense, to probably top 5 in my opinion. He's that good. to change that defense. And it's pretty much similar people that were on the team. And now he has no more Nick Bosa, but he's able to kind of adapt and just go with the guys that he has right now. You got Bryce Huff and also Mikael Williams. You got to lean on them. You got Alfred Collins, the guy that got the big fumble recovery against Kyron Williams in Thursday Night Football. That was great to see live. It was just, it's been really good for the 49ers defense. Can they keep it up forever? I don't know. I hope so. But with the coaching abilities of Saleh and his assistant coaches under him, the defense the sky's the limit for them, essentially. And to get more players coming back soon, I'm excited for that too. And Tampa, going to them, they're a really, really good football team. They do everything right. Offensively, they're just amazing. They do have a few guys out. Who's out for this game? Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Bucky Irvin, they're all unavailable for this game. They do have a receiver, I believe. I forgot his name, but he played really well last week. Defensively, they stopped the run, but, for the 49ers, don't even have a run game in the first place, so I don't know if that makes the biggest difference, but they have a pretty good defense led by Todd Bowles as a head coach. Very good team. Years ago, I used to trash about this team, but now with Baker Mayfield leading the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to greatness and keeping a success for a few years, I have to give Tampa a lot of respect, big time. So it's been a big shift, I would say. 2019, Tampa fans were trashing me about Jameis Winston being better than Jimmy Garoppolo, but here we are today. I can't really say anything bad about Tampa in this case. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Both teams really competitive, playoff contenders, maybe Super Bowl contenders potentially. Both teams are aspiring to do great things for the rest of the year. Both 4-1, a lot to prove. The 49ers have more to prove, I would say, because they have a lot of guys out, and they just want to keep proving everybody wrong with Mac Jones and Kendrick Bourne and all these other guys, all these injuries. If this was another year, maybe we wouldn't succeed, but so far this year, it's worked out, and I'm loving every second of it. So yeah, I'm picking the 49ers to win this one. I know that's probably the biggest shocker for you guys, but the 49ers are just that good, in my opinion, even with everybody being out. Tampa, don't get me wrong, they're an amazing team, and it probably can go their way too, just based on how well they played all year so far. But I just love the 49ers and the creativity that Kyle Shanahan has on offense, especially with Saleh coming back. He can focus on the offense completely, and you can tell how much he's focused on the offense without having to turn his head to the defense and try to micromanage there for like the past 2 years. So I'm seeing just awesome things for the 49ers. I can't wait to see what Kyle has to play up for this one. I've never been so excited to see a Kyle Shanahan offense, honestly, in a while, because sometimes it can be very predictable. Sometimes it doesn't really work out. Running game, passing game, being too conservative, but he's done a lot of different things this year, and I can give him mad respect for that, definitely. So hopefully it leads to good things long term. But for this game, I think the 49ers got it. It's gonna be in Tampa. It's gonna be hostile. Well, hopefully a lot of Niner fans, but you can't even tell because they both wear red. I don't know what the weather is off the top of my head, but I'm assuming it's going to be pretty warm over there, so hopefully they're ready. Hopefully they don't get shocked like Atlanta, where they just absolutely got mauled by the Panthers. I don't know how that happened, but it was pretty hot in Charlotte, and I guess Atlanta was not ready for the weather. I think that had something to do with it a little bit. So yeah, 49ers right there, picking them to win this one. Final score for me would be about 28-25. Very close game. Maybe ask going down to Eddie Pinheiro field goal kick. I can trust him any day of the week over our previous kicker. So yeah, there you have it right there. That's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think about the 49ers versus Tampa game. Who do you have winning this one? Let me know in the comments below. Love to hear what you guys have to say. And I'll catch you guys up tomorrow. Final thoughts for this game. And Sunday will be the game. And hopefully I can come up with a reaction with the win like we did for the past 4 times this year. Bye, guys. Love you guys as always. I hope to catch you guys tomorrow. And yeah, go Niners all day.